Hello, welcome to your Pilates class. We are going to utilize just our body weight today. So just like last week, and it's still gonna be hard, don't worry. So what we're gonna do is start actually laying onto our backs. So what I want you to do is go ahead, clear surroundings, turn off your phone. Take your feet hips width apart. These next 45 minutes are just for you. So I want you to really focus and create that connection by anchoring into your breath. So we're gonna inhale here. Reach your arms straight forward. Press through your feet, lift up really nice and tall, and then we're gonna tuck the tailbone, hug the ribs in, and lower down, really nice and controlled, one vertebra at a time. Now, as your head comes down to the mat, I want you to reach your arms out like a T. So a really nice wide open position, and then you're gonna bend into your knees. Gently just scoot your hips a little bit to the right and then curl over onto your left side. You're gonna stack your right hand on top of the left. So your shoulders should be in line with the hips, and you're gonna keep squeezing the knees together and hug the belly button ribcage connection strong. We're just gonna inhale, start to connect with that breath as we reach the arm up. Exhale, continue to hug the ribs in as you rotate that right arm open, feeling that nice big stretch. Inhale here, start to bring that arm back up to the sky. And exhale, bring your hand back to stack. Inhaling here, big breath in through the nose. Exhale through those pursed lips as you reach that arm out just as wide as it feels good and spacious too. Hips should remain stacked. Inhale, bringing that arm back up to the sky, and exhale, slowly bringing it to stack once again. One more time. Inhale, reaching that right arm up. Exhale, opening it nice and wide, taking a nice big deep breath in here. Exhale, slowly bringing it back to center. We'll go ahead and switch sides. So from here, you're gonna take your time and inhale, stacking over to the right. Right arm is gonna reach straight out from your shoulder. You're gonna reach that left arm up to the sky. Exhale, actively opening, feeling that nice release, that beautiful twist through the spine. Inhale, slowly bringing that arm up to the sky. Exhale, bringing that hand to stack. Two more like this. So this should feel nice and fluid. Again, this is just a way to warm up through the spine, connecting with that breath. Inhale, initiate by hugging the left ribs in as the left arm reaches up. Exhale, bringing that hand back to stack. One more time. Inhale, left arm reaches up. Exhale, hugging those ribs, reaching in. Inhale here, reaching that left arm up to the sky. Exhale, slowly bringing that hand on top. So take your time, come onto your back. Once again, bringing those feet hips width apart. And you want your feet quite close to your glutes. Arms are gonna rest down by your side, connecting a little bit deeper with that ribcage connection. I want you to slowly hug the ribs in. You're gonna reach those arms up to the sky and then only reach them as far back as you can maintain that connection. Exhale, slowly bringing the hands back. Let's just do that one more time. Inhale, shoulders staying down your back, rib cage staying connected. Exhale, slowly bringing those hands back. Now inhale here. You're gonna reach the arms, lengthen the low back, lifting the hips up to the sky. Exhale, everything coming back down to the ground. Just two more here. Inhale here, lengthening and lifting, challenging that ability to stay connected through the midline. Exhale, slowly bringing the hips back down, arms rest. One more time, inhale here, reaching those arms up and back, and then holding this one for 3. So feeling the heels dig down in a way where your glutes get a little bit stronger, hugging to keep the hips high, but then hugging the ribs in, keeping that nice long line through your spine. Take one more breath. And then slowly letting everything come back down to the ground. Now just one more to finish that nice little warm up here. Walk your feet a little further this time. And then inhale here. Lift your right leg, keep it at a tabletop position, and you're just gonna slowly draw a little circle with that right leg and then pause at the top. So I want you to be really anchored through your hips, especially your left hip. So it can be even helpful to just bring your hands to the hips here, and then even just close down the eyes. Slowly start to do your circle the other direction, and what I want you to feel is just that temptation to kind of make the circle big and flail the hips around. I want you to really anchor in and keep those hips level. Do one more circle this way. So even though we're just working on, warming up through that hip, getting a little bit of mobility, slowly lower that right leg down. We're still warming up through our core, keeping that belly button to rib cage connection. Lift the left leg, circling it out to the side as you breathe in. Exhale, feeling that belly button connection. Draw that circle back to the top. Pause. And again, inhale here. And exhale, slowly bringing it back up. Just one more this direction. And then we'll start to go the other way. And with the eyes closed, you can kind of heighten the sensation of what you're feeling through this side, noticing differences between the left and the right. I know my left hip is a lot crunchier than the right. We'll do one more here. And then slowly taking your time and then releasing that foot back down. Now, walk your feet back to that closer position towards your glutes. You're gonna lengthen into your low back. We're gonna lift one leg up off of the floor, followed by the next. Now, arms are gonna come to a hover. You're gonna reach those shoulders nice and wide. Inhale, lengthen the back of the neck. As you exhale, hugging those ribs in and scooping that belly button to your spine. Now, we're gonna inhale here. Tap the right toes down towards the floor. They may or may not touch, that's fine. Exhale, slowly pulling that leg back to center. Inhale, lowering the left leg down. And then exhale, slowly bringing it back up. We're gonna do this a few more times. Now, if you wanna challenge that, you can reach the left arm as your right toes tap. Exhale, back to center. Inhale, left toes tap, right arm reaches up. But make sure that your shoulders don't scrunch up as you do it. Inhale here, we've got a couple more rounds. Exhale, slowly bringing it back to center. So the goal here is that nothing is shifting between the hips and the shoulders. You're staying really anchored into that midline, and any tension into the neck, you're wanting to make sure that you're tucking the chin, shoulders are staying down, and if that's not correcting it, and it still just needs a little time to build strength, which is all good, you're gonna support your head with your hands or just bring your head down. So those are always options for you. Last one here. Exhale, now lift your head a little bit higher and then bring your knees and feet together, but relax the head back down. Take a breath here. Inhaling here. Let it be a clearing breath, and as you clear that out, I want you to hug that belly button more. Feel your low back lengthen. Arms come back to hover. We're gonna inhale, lengthen the back of the neck. Exhale, slide forward into that ab prep. Now this time you're gonna inhale, lower both legs so they won't go quite as far to maintain that connection. Exhale, slowly pulling it back up. And again, inhale, lowering down. Shoulders relax. Exhale, slowly coming back up. Now if you'd like a little more challenge, we're gonna inhale, reach those arms away. And exhale, slowly bringing them back to center with control. Inhale, reaching the arms back. Exhale, slowly bringing it back in. Let's do this 2 more times. Inhale here. Exhale, bringing the hands back. And then 1 more time. And exhale, lifting a little bit higher. And then slowly releasing the head down. This time, hug your knees into the chest. Rock a little bit side to side. We're gonna do 1 more set like that. Again, and if you're starting to feel a little tension in your neck, please work with those modifications. Let's actually do this one together so that we can just work with that and feel the strength and stability that still comes from that. So lengthen your low back. Lift the legs into a tabletop, hands to the back of the head. Inhale here, lengthen into the back of the neck. Exhale, lifting the head and shoulders. So in this position, I don't want you to use your hands too much. I just want you to use them to support. So they gently take a little bit of weight of the head, but drawing the shoulders down the back from that connection. Inhale, lowering those legs about halfway, maybe less. Exhale, extending those legs nice and long. Inhale, zipping from that belly button to ribcage, lift the legs. Exhale, bending into the knees. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, lengthening long. Inhale, lifting the legs. Try to lift the head a little higher too. And exhale, bend into the knees. We're going to do a couple more. Inhale here. And exhale, really hug from that midline. Inhale, legs lift up. Any strain or pain in the low back, then it means you're going a little bit too far. So ease up. This should not feel painful in any way. Uncomfortable for sure. You can hear that in my voice. Bend into the knees. We're going to do that 2 more times. Inhale here. Notice if the head has started to lean back a little bit. Lift those legs. 1 more breath. 1 more round, I should say. Inhale here. And then lengthen out, lifting it back up. Lift your head a little higher, and then slowly release the head back down. Really good job. So close your eyes with me. Take a big breath in. Nice big, deep breath out. 1 more here. And then on your next inhale, you're going to take your time. We're going to come up into bringing the hands to the back of the head. Lengthen the low back once again, and then this time you're going to lift the legs straight up. Now know that you can have a bend into your knees here, perfectly fine. You're going to rotate the toes open, and then just tuck your right foot behind the left. Inhale here, lengthen into the back of the neck. Now from this position, you're going to slowly lower your right leg down as you inhale. Exhale, slowly bring the heels together. Inhale, opening the legs into a nice wide V. Exhale, slowly bringing that left leg behind the right. Inhale, lowering the left leg down. Exhale, slowly bringing it back up. Inhale, opening those legs nice and wide. Exhale, right leg behind the left. Inhale, lower the right leg down. Exhale slowly with control. So nothing else should be moving. Everything's incredibly controlled and connected. Left heel behind the right. Inhale, lowering that left leg down. Exhale, slowly feel it back up. Heels touch. Inhale, opening into that V. Exhale, bringing that right heel behind the left. Couple more. Inhale, lower the right. Exhale, lifting back up. Heels connect. Inhale, open into that V. Exhale, bring that left heel behind the right. Inhale, lower the left leg. Exhale, bring it back to center. Inhale. Now we're going to do 1 more round, adding on, reaching that right heel behind the left. So we're going to lower that right leg down to the height of what feels sustainable for you. And then we're just going to do 3 teeny tiny little sit-ups. Big breath in. Exhale, lift the head a little bit higher. And then just come to the tips of the shoulder blades. Exhale, lift a little bit higher. And then back to the tips of the shoulder blades. 1 more time. Lifting that right leg. Inhale here, open into that V. And then slowly bringing that left heel behind the right. You're going to lower that left leg down. Both legs really strong. Belly button scooping in. You're going to lift a little higher here for 3. Back to the tips of the shoulder blades. And for 2. Good. 1 more time. And then lift that left leg up. I know we're going to take a break from this in a moment. Bring your legs into that V. Interlock your fingers if it's there for you and reach forward. Now I want you to peel your tailbone up and then try to round forward here. And we're going to add a little pulse here for 10, 9, 8, breathe, 7, 6, 5, 4, scoop to get there, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly release, or maybe not slowly, that's okay too. Really good job. So take a breath here. We're gonna switch gears a little bit and take your feet down to the ground. You're gonna extend your legs out really nice and long. So your toes are gonna be pulling back towards you. You're gonna reach your arms up. Now the palms are gonna face forward and you're gonna draw your shoulders down your back. Now ribs are gonna connect really nice and heavy. We're gonna reach those arms back. And this is our starting position. As you inhale, you're gonna reach the arms up, tuck the chin to the chest. Exhale, you're gonna peel yourself up just to where you can keep the control. So your shoulders might not even lift lift, and that's okay. Slowly curl back down. Let's do a couple more with that prep variation as the arms reach back. Reminder, the ribs stay in. Inhale, tuck the chin, arms reach up, we pause. Exhale, we peel ourselves up just to where we can maintain the position of the lower body. So look if your feet are sickling, or even worse, if they're lifting, you're going too far. Reach the arms back. This is a very humbling one, I promise. Shoulders down. I know you can get up with momentum, but we want to get up using those teeny tiny core stabilizers as we scoop the belly button to come in. So if it's there for you to go a little bit deeper, I'm going to invite you to follow me, but don't let your heels lift. Exhale, peeling yourself up with control, and then you're going to reach your arms long, not touching the toes, just hovering over them, and then you're going to lower down from here, shoulders relaxing down your back. Arms are going to reach back, ribs stay connected. Inhale, tuck the chin to the chest, shoulders wide, pause. Exhale, scooping to get there. And a little trick here, if you're not quite getting all the way up, what you can do is actually add some weights into your hands, and that will leverage a little bit and allow you to get a little bit more height, or more depth, I should say, in that roll up. So you just want to make sure that you're not, again, hucking yourself up and using momentum. Reach those arms nice and long, and then breathe into it. Remember, it's not about the depth of where we go. It's about how we're getting there. So just breathe. Be mindful in that movement. Be kind to your body and kind to yourself too. Slowly lowering yourself down. We're going to do that one more time. And so you're going to notice that you likely slide in this position. That's okay, as long as the heels aren't lifting off of the floor. Slowly lowering yourself back down, scooping your way there. And then from here, once your arms reach back, let's bring them to the sky, hug the knees in towards the chest, and just take a breath here. Now, so if you are like me, I totally slid on that. You're going to just slide yourself forward so that you're back onto the mat. You're going to inhale here, grab the backs of the knees, tuck the chin towards the chest. Now think of the same movement, the same engagement to lift. You're going to tuck the chin towards the chest, and you're going to roll yourself up using the hands as a little bit of support. So lift up really nice and tall. Shoulders are going to slide down your back, and then inhale here. You're going to tuck the chin, roll yourself back. Exhale, slowly come all the way up. Nice big breath in. And again, inhale, roll back. Exhale, rolling yourself up, lifting nice and tall. Now, if you want a little more challenge, you can start to reach the arms so that we no longer have that connection with the backs of the knees to help lift. And if you want to add on a little bit here, we're going to lengthen those legs at the top, bend into the knees. Inhale, roll back. Come back up, exhale. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend the knees. 3 more. Inhale, roll back. Exhale, rolling up with control. Shoulders down as you inhale, lengthen those legs. Exhale, bend into the knees. 2 more. Use that breath. Lengthening up. Bend the knees. And we have 1 more round. Rolling back. With control, coming up, and then lengthen through those legs, and then see if you could reach those arms up in the same line with the legs, shoulders down your back for 3, continuing to breathe deeply for 2, 1 more breath, and then slowly cross your ankles. Really good job. Take your time. You're going to scooch your knees back, and then from this position, you're going to bring your hands just underneath the shoulders. You want some space between you and the top of the mat. Press your palms nice and wide, knees and feet together. Inhale here, heart forward. We're going to lower down for a count of 3, 2, 1. Press up as you exhale. 3, inhale, 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 press up. So as you're lowering, I want you to keep those elbows close and tucked in. So we're utilizing our triceps instead of the biceps being the predominant muscle anyways, as they usually are, being a bigger muscle. Press up. We're here for 3. Press up for 2. Press up. 1 more. Hold it here. Breathe deeply for 3. Elbows hugging in, chest open for 2. 1 more breath. And then slowly take your time and come all the way down. Really good. Now, wiggle anything out that you need to, hips, and then you're gonna take your time and bring your hands. I want you to bring them wider than your mat, so your thumbs and maybe even your index finger are touching, but otherwise everything else is up off of the mat. Tops of the feet are pressing down into the floor, and they may even be as wide as your mat if your low back needs a little bit more space. You're gonna inhale, lengthen the back of the neck. As the shoulders slide down your back, you're gonna lift the head and the chest. Take a big breath in. And then exhale, slowly releasing yourself back down. Inhale here, shoulders down your back, ribs in. You're gonna peel yourself up. And exhale, slowly bringing it back down. Let's do this 2 more times. Inhale here. Exhale, slowly coming back down. Now, 1 more time. Inhale here. And then holding this one, seeing if it's there for you to lift the hands, bring the arms back, breathing deeply here for 3. 2. Take 1 more breath, lift a little higher. And then reach your arms forward, bring your hands underneath your forehead, and let the head relax. Now inhale here. You're gonna lengthen through your right leg and just lift the right leg up without dumping the weight to the left. Exhale, slowly release back down. Now be really mindful. Inhale, left leg lengthens and left leg lifts. Even notice if the weight is shifting between your forearms. Exhale, lower back down. Inhale here, right leg lifts. So you're being really intentional to really recruit this movement from the low back, the strength from the low back. Inhale here, left leg lifts. And then slowly lowering back down. 1 more time each side, right leg lengthens and lifts. Slowly bringing it back down. And then left leg lengthens and lifts. And slowly lowering back down. Now inhale, lengthen through both legs, peel yourself up. And then slowly lower yourself back down, shoulders soft. Inhale here, and then lengthen and lift up. And slowly lowering back down. 2 more like this. Inhale here. And 1 more like this, lengthening here. And then slowly bringing it back down. Now take a big inhale here. Nice big clearing breath out. So now we're gonna combine those 2 movements. You are more than welcome to keep your hands at the mat in that wide position if that feels better for you, okay? So otherwise, we're gonna bring the hands a little bit closer, tucked in towards the ribs, and they're gonna be to hover. We're gonna hover the legs, hover the upper body, and then we're gonna inhale here just to prepare. As you exhale, you're gonna dive the arms forward, shoulders down your back, and then you're gonna inhale, sweep those arms back, lifting nice and tall. Exhale, diving forward. Inhale, sweeping those arms back, really lengthen the spine. Exhale, diving forward into that hover without scrunching your shoulders. Inhale, slowly coming up. We're gonna do that for 3. Big breath in. 2. Good, 1 more like this. And then lifting up, holding it, breathing deeply here for 3. 2. And then you're gonna slowly reach those arms forward and then see if you can hold here for 3. Palms facing in. Let's lift those thumbs a little higher, lift those legs a little higher for 2. 1 more breath. And then slowly release. Bringing your ear down to the ground, just taking a nice big deep breath in. And big breath out. One more here. Let it be a clearing breath. Nice big breath out. Now on your next inhale, you're gonna slowly take your time, come to the center, bring your hands right underneath your, not under your shoulders, a little further back by your ribs. So it's gonna feel a little awkward as you press into it. And then bring your knees and feet together. We're gonna inhale to prepare, tuck the chin to the chest. We're gonna exhale, press up slow, and then come to the top of that plank. Now, you're gonna keep pulling the heel of your hands back as the heart lengthens forward. You're gonna inhale here, right leg goes out to the right, back to center, right knee lifts, and bring it back. Left leg out to the side, back to center, and then you squeeze in without collapsing the right side of your body, back to center. Let's work one more with this prep variation. Right knee out, back to the center, right knee towards that right forearm, and then one more time, left leg out, head stays lifted, left knee bends, and then you slowly float it back. Now, inhale here, press away from the mat. Option to go deeper, you're gonna tuck those toes underneath, lifting your legs into that full, strong plank position. Inhale here, heart forward. Right leg goes out to the right, back to center, bend the knee, this time a little higher in that full plank, back to center. Left leg out, center, left knee in, and center. And again, right leg out and center. So heart forward, shoulders staying down your back. And I want you to notice how tempting it is to bring that head and drop it down. Don't do it. With your head lifted, you're gonna be automatically engaged into that upper back. Breathe here, float it back. We're almost there. Press it out, left knee in, bring it back. 2 more rounds. Out to the side, center, in, and center, out to the side, center, left knee in, home stretch, my friends. Last one, right leg out, in, right knee in, center, left leg out, in, left knee in, and center. Hold for 3, 2, 1 more breath, and then slowly drop down to the knees. Really good job. So roll yourself back, bring your knees and feet together, and we're gonna stay here with the toes tucked under, just giving our feet a little bit of love here. Not something we do nearly enough. And you're gonna sit on top of the heels, and then we're gonna give those wrists a little bit of love. Now, if this is too intense for you, please don't skip it and untuck the toes. Just use your hands and press into the floor as much as you need. You could even prop your hands up with blocks or something like that if it's really, really tight. If it's really, really tight, again, don't shy away from it. You need it more. So take your hands together, thumbs are just gonna cross, and you're gonna keep the fingers together, squish your arms together, and then just kind of like rub them together. You're just rolling out the wrists a little bit. Just a nice little movement to loosen them up after all that hard work. And then from this position, start to go the other direction. Go ahead, just 2 more breaths. And then on your next inhale, we'll slowly shake that out. And then from here, just interlock the fingers, open and expand the chest, squeeze the heel of your palms together. And then this is just our opportunity to reconnect with that breath. One more here. And then you're gonna slowly, one more time, interlock the fingers, but this time you're gonna reach forward, scoop that belly button in, and lean back. Good, and then slowly take your time and then release. So untuck those toes, and then from this position, you're just gonna tap onto those feet, and then take a nice big deep breath here. Now on your next inhale, you're gonna slowly sway those heels around one more time, and you're gonna scoot yourself right to the top of the mat. Feet are to the top of the mat. Inhale, big breath in. Arms are gonna reach forward. You're gonna take an inhale here, and then you're gonna lower down just 1 vertebra at a time. Once again, really scooping the belly button in towards the spine. Now hands are gonna come back by your side. You're gonna bend into your knees here, taking a nice big deep breath in and a really clearing breath out. So you're gonna lengthen into your low back, hug your ribs in, and lift one leg up the floor, followed by the next. Now you're gonna inhale here. You're gonna reach those arms back to that hovered position, tucking the chin towards the chest, and then you're gonna exhale, lifting the head, drawing those shoulders down your back. We're gonna lengthen those legs as much as that's available for you, and then we're gonna lower your right leg down towards a hover. Now we're gonna inhale to hold the movement and exhale to switch your legs. Looks like this. We start to pulse the arms. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, take that whole 5 counts to switch your legs. Inhale here, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 20. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, that's 30. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 40. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, that's 50. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 60. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 70. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 80. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 90. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 100. Hold it. Hands to the back of the head. You're gonna lift that right leg up to meet the left, squeeze the legs together, and then just lower your legs down as low as you can, holding here for 3. Ribs hugging in, belly button in for 2. One more breath. Lift your head a little higher as you lift those legs up. Fantastic work. Hug your knees in, let the head go, and then just bring your feet together, arms open up like a goal pose. Close the eyes, notice the chatter. So that little extra movement on top of that 100. You kind of just notice what happens in that moment when, you know, we have the expectation that something will be done, and then we're requested to push a little deeper. Where did your mind go with that? And so the goal here, just like we do in our yoga practice, is to anchor into the breath in a way that enables us to connect from that true source of power, rather than letting our mind get heavy and pull us back from what we're really capable of. Take one more deep breath. So I hope you're proud of what you just did. And then on your next inhale, you're gonna take your time. We're gonna slowly and gently bring yourself with those knees back up to your reverse wheel. Take your hands to the backs of the knees. Inhale here to prepare. Tuck the chin towards the chest, and then you're just gonna peel yourself all the way up one more time, lifting and lengthening from this position. You're gonna lengthen those legs, perhaps reaching those arms up, holding here for 3, 2, 1 more breath. Really good job. Cross the ankles from this position. You're gonna take your time, tuck your toes, and then just slowly lift those hips as you walk your hands back. Now, from this position, you're gonna pedal out the feet, just giving those hips and hamstrings a little bit of love here. And then we're gonna slowly roll ourselves all the way up. And then from this position, what you're gonna do is go ahead, take your hands to your hips. Now, if you're on a cushy Pilates mat like myself, I'm gonna request that you come off of the mat for this. It just gives you a little bit more stability, okay? So feet are gonna be hips width apart. You're gonna step back with your left foot, and then with that stance, what I want you to do is, as you bend your back knee, I want you to make sure your front knee stacks. So give yourself a little bit more room if you need to, okay? Now let's do this a couple of times, and as you bend, what I want you to make sure is that you're not arching the back. You're really scooping the belly button into the spine. So now the movement's gonna be like this. We're gonna take the hands to the back of the head. You're gonna lower yourself down into that lunge, and then slowly come back up. Second time, you're gonna lower it down, shift the weight forward, and press up, building strength through that right hip. inhale here, bring that left toe down. Exhale, bending into that knee. Lifting up nice and tall as we breathe in. And exhale, once again, bend into that knee. Lean forward, press away, and lift that left leg. Slowly bend the right knee here, and then inhale. We exhale, come down. Inhale, come up. Exhale, bend back down. Shift the weight forward, ribs are in. And then slowly press up through that right leg. And then slowly come back down. Drop the back knee down. 2 more. So we lift straight up. And then we bend. And then we hinge forward. Press up. Last one. We come back down, chest stays lifted, come straight up first, bend back down. Now this time we're gonna hinge forward and hold the position here. And then maybe we reach the arms straight ahead, holding here for 3, pressing through that right leg, lifting up a little bit more, dropping that left hip. 1 more breath. And then slowly release. Really good job. Shake it out. Wiggle it out here. And then from this position, we'll switch sides. So hands to the hips, lift up really nice and tall. So let's step back with the right foot. And then from that position here, you're just gonna drop that back knee down. So take a look, make sure that left knee stacks, ribs are staying connected, and slowly come back up. Let's do that 1 more time like this. So with the hands at the hips, it can be nice because you can literally feel like you're trying to lift out of them. And then from here, hands come to the back of the head. So we're gonna bend into that back knee and slowly come straight back up. This time we bend into the back knee, hinge forward, press with that left leg as you lift the right. And then slowly take your time and come back down. Ribs staying hugged in, come straight up. And then straight back down. Hinge forward, and then really root through the 4 corners of that left foot as you lift. Slowly bring that right leg back down, lifting tall. Dropping that knee down, lifting straight up. Bringing it back to that lunge. Hinge forward and press up. Inhale here, tapping those toes back. And then exhale, finding your way back into that lunge. 2 more, lifting up nice and tall. Inhale. Exhale, bending into that back knee. Inhale, coming forward, pressing up as you exhale. Inhale, tapping that back toe. Dropping back down. Last one, straight up. Bring it back down. Shift the weight forward. And then we're gonna hold it here as you press with the left leg, kick with the right, ribs in. And then maybe those arms reach forward, shoulders down your back. We breathe here for 3, 2, 1 more breath. And then slowly release. Really good job. So shake it out a little bit. We are almost there. So take your time, bring your feet hips width apart. And then from this position, what I want you to do, ribs are hugging in. You're gonna just take the hands at the hips once again. You're gonna bend into those knees, making sure that you can keep those knees in line with your toes. And then you're gonna slowly come all the way back up. Now arms are gonna reach straight forward. We're gonna inhale here. We're gonna exhale, bend down, and then see if you can just tap to the floor, keeping the spine long, slowly bringing it back up and lifting up nice and tall. Exhale, we bend into those knees. Inhale, tapping down, lifting back up, and slowly bringing it back up. Squeeze into those glutes. And again, we bend down. Inhale, tapping those glutes. Exhale, coming back up. Keep those hips low. Inhale, right back up. Exhale, bending into the knees. Keeping that chest open. Inhale, tapping the floor. Maybe. Inhale, exhale, coming back up. And then inhale here. 2 more, exhale. We bend. Tapping back down to the ground, keeping that lengthened space. Reach the arms forward. come back up. One more time. Bending into those knees, shoulders down. Tapping down to the floor. Reaching those arms up. Now this time, bring your palms to face in, and then I want you to hold here. Deep as you can. Now you're not sinking into your feet. You're pressing away, lengthening your spine more, hugging those ribs, reaching here for 3, 2, big breath out. One more here. And then slowly, let's press up. Really good job. Now shake it out. So come to the back, or come back to your mat here. And then you can face the long edge of the mat here. We're gonna take a nice long stance here and just stretch that out a little bit into the hips. Take your hands to your hips, big breath in. And then you're gonna slowly take your time, bring the weight forward. Just let your hands come down to the floor. You bend your knees as much as you need to do that. Just bend into your left knee. Come back to center, and then bend into your left. Back to center. We'll do that one more time. Breathe here. And back to center, and then bend into the right. Now this time what you're gonna do is slowly walk your hands over to the left side. Point your left toes forward as you pop your right heel high, and then just drop that back knee down. Now left hand's gonna come under the shoulder. You're gonna untuck your right toes, walking your left foot to the left hand on the inside of the knee, and then you're just gonna open that up. Now, make sure you're not sinking into your left hand. Just push into the left hand in a way that supports the shoulder sliding down your back. Opening the gaze over the right shoulder, breathing deeply here. Now, if it's there for you, you could play with bending into the left knee and then maybe even reaching that right arm back. And maybe it's there for you to grip and grab the outer edge of the foot, and maybe that's a little too intense. So listen to your body. And then if you are grabbing that foot, I want you to make sure you're pulling in a way that allows you to lift the chest more, keeping this really nice and spacious. Let's take one more breath. And then slowly releasing that right hand back down. Now walk your right foot back to the center of the mat, tuck your left toes, and then we'll slowly make our way into the center of the mat. Now just kind of rock side to side a little bit. Notice how that feels. And then we'll repeat that on the other side. So take your time, walk your hands over to the right side, pivot that left heel, drop the left knee down. So now you want to walk your right foot to the edge of your mat and then untuck the toes. Spread your left palm wide, right hand on the inside of the knee. So again, even just kind of notice like what that's like to sink into, and then press and keep that space and open your left knee. And you're feeling that stretch through the front of your right hip, right thigh, keeping it spacious into the back of the body. And then see if it's there for you. If you bend into that right knee, just make sure your hips don't lift in order to do so. Otherwise, we lose that sweet spot through the front of the left hip, Reaching that right arm back. Maybe you even grab the top of the foot. And then maybe you even bend into the elbow if there's a little bit of space there. So you're creating some resistance by pulling on the foot and kicking into the hand. Breathe here quickly. 2. One more breath. And then slowly taking your time as you place that left hand back down. Now this time I'm going to get you to lift that left leg, float the right leg back and come into a downward facing dog. And then just bend your knees a little bit more than you need to. And just take one more, just really clearing breath here. And then inhale here, gaze forward. You'll walk your feet to your hands. Roll yourself all the way up. And then just bring your hands together at the center of the chest. Close your eyes with me. And then just take a moment to thank yourself for doing something that is so nourishing for your spine, so good for your body. And the more we connect with that breath, the more it's so good for our mind too. So thank yourself, thank your body, and have a great rest of your day. Namaste. Great job, everyone. Hopefully, I will connect with you soon. Take the best care until then.